Let's go. That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W. How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight?
It's your guy who is never lying. Sometimes defiant, TPWAY the giant. Come on, man, bring it in. Giant fans, Giant soldiers, bring it in. Let's go, man. Let's go. Jameis Winston on three. Wah, wah, wah. 1, 2, 3. Jameis Winston signs a 2-year, $8 million deal to the New York Football Giants. I want to know how y'all feel. Please let me know in the comments. Just my initial reaction. There's a smile on my face for a couple of reasons. Let's get into it. Now listen, let's start with some positives here, man. Let's start with some positives. The positive is the waiting game is over. No more speculation. No more continuous embarrassment. Just throwing out ideas. Oh, we should get this guy. Please come to the Giants. No, this guy. Please come to the Giants. No more of that. That is at cease for the moment. That's one good thing. The second good thing is I can't think of a better leader of men. I can't think of a better veteran presence for someone, for a team that is looking for that type of leadership and that needs that type of aura, that type of spirit, that type of energy in the locker room. I can't think of a better place. One thing we know about Jameis Winston, if you listen to his teammates, if you just watch how people play for him, is Jameis Winston is a spirit leader. He's not just a leader that you see on the field, but he is very much a vocal leader. You can't tell me that the New York Football Giants do not need that. You can't tell me that. Jameis Winston is also somebody, when he steps on the field, he plays fearless. You know, that New York media, that New York spotlight that is spoken about, that, you know, causes quarterbacks to look like a deer under headlights and things of that such. I don't see that happening with a Jameis Winston, because Jameis Winston doesn't approach the game of football that way. He's just takes advantage of every moment. He's just appreciative to being able to play the sport that he loves. And he understands that at the end of the day, the best that he could do is the best that he could do. End of story. I truly believe that about him when he says it. He shows it. You can't tell me the New York Giants don't need that in the locker room. But when it comes to the play on the field, you can't tell me that we do not need a gunslinger, someone who is not afraid to pull the trigger. Now, granted, I'll be real with you. It's not always pretty. Yes, interceptions are, you know, a result of that style of play. It happens. When he's hot, he's hot. When he's cold, he's cold. But you can't tell me that we haven't been waiting on somebody who isn't afraid to pull the trigger, especially when you have a special talent in Malik Neighbors. When you have somebody as special as Malik Neighbors, a true #1 receiver, you want a quarterback that can give him a chance. You can't tell me that it's not Jameis Winston. So welcome to the New York Football Giants, Jameis. You know, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because furthermore, I still believe that we are going to attack and go for Shedeur Sanders in the draft. I still believe that. And if it all fails, worst case scenario, we don't get our Cam Ward, we don't get our Shedeur Sanders, and let's say we take the route of just going into the season with Jameis Winston, it could be a lot worse. Best believe me. But I'm excited to have a Jameis Winston as for somebody who could really show a rookie quarterback the little nuggets, the jewels. I don't know a backup quarterback that's going to be more of a cheerleader for that rookie quarterback than Jameis Winston. I don't know him. Now, on the other side of it, you know, Jameis Winston is one of the prime examples of an inconsistent quarterback. Look, when Jameis, like I said, when Jameis Winston is hot, he's hot. But damn, man, when this dude is cold, he is cold. When you think of an inconsistent quarterback, for me at least, Jameis Winston is one of the guys that are first to think of. I mean, outside of that, I'm not mad at the deal. I'm glad we didn't go the Aaron Rodgers route. I'm glad that played out the way I thought it would play out. I'm not disappointed at it at all. We have the Giant Huddle live stream coming up Sunday. I guess we'll talk about it a little bit more. I definitely want to hear from you all. But just as my initial reaction, I am not mad because at the end of the day, I understand this.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Job is not finished, but I think this is a good block to the next level, man. I think this was a decent pickup right here. Tommy DeVito on roster, Jameis Winston on roster, and we have this guy. Yeah, I can see the vision. I can see the vision. But we're going to continue to play more of this waiting game. This is a good weight off our shoulders. Let's end the speculation. Let's end all of that extra shit. Now is really, I'm really ready for draft time. Let's get to draft time. Let's go now. Let's go. Get me my quarterback. And I'm really impressed with this quarterback room. If you get me my guy, I would be extremely hopeful and happy with the quarterback room that we would have. But that is that on that, man. Again, man, let me know in the comments what you all think. Giant salute to each and every one of you, man, for tuning in. Thank y'all for rocking with me. And we're going to continue to keep our ears, you know, to the streets. And just to see what is next with this wonderful, wonderful team, the New York Football Giants. Till next time, peace.
TPWAY the Giant here.
Funny thing about this opportunity is we all know that that's what we do it for.